today we're going to be ranking places based on how likely I am to poop there from personal experience. And we're going to start off strong. We're going to go ahead and start with the club. This is going straight D tier. I'm going to be so honest, guys. If you're going to a club and you go in there to dance and the first thing you think of is going to the restroom, your whole night's ruined, bro. I mean, you're gonna go stink up the restroom. You're gonna come out the restroom. You're gonna be smelly, bro. They got one ply toilet paper, so you know you're not getting a good wipe in. And then right after you're gonna start dancing again. It's just horrible. And based on personal experience, okay, your friends will never let you live this down. This will forever be in their number one like history books of what you've done. So the club is just straight D tier. Never do it. If you absolutely have to, if it's like code red, dude, go outside the club and go to some near restaurant and just beg. Um, yeah, it's just not worth it. It's just 100% not worth it. Trust me, it's not. So that's going straight D tier. Okay, similarly to that, I'm gonna put concerts D tier as well. Listen, it's the picture I have on the videos of the Fonda in Los Angeles, and a lot of these venues in LA, okay, they have like these like waiters, chaperone, concierge people that are inside the restroom, and they wait for you to finish doing whatever you're doing, and then they give you paper towels. They give you like little sample packets of fragrances or like aspirin or something. Dude, you're in a crowded space, okay? Or let's say you just walk in the concert, so you get your ticket verified, and then you go to the restroom. It's crowded with people. There's so many people that go in there and you try to get their piss on or whatever. Dude, if you need to go poop, the stalls are small. I'm talking about the Fonda. The stalls are small, okay? You get out of the stall, and even if there was nobody, even if you went in and there was absolutely nobody, the waiter concierge guy is still right there, dude. So he's gonna be hearing everything. He's gonna be smelling everything. You're gonna come out, you're gonna wash your hands, and he's still gonna offer you a paper towel. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of a social pooper. I need to be pooping alone. If I do it socially, like it's a problem. So I'm putting the concert or venues at the same place as clubs. Like I would avoid it at all cost. If I had to do it, I would try finding some other place. All right, up next, we're gonna go a little bit better from that. We're gonna go. Let's go Ontario Mills Mall, guys. Ontario Mills, it's an A tier. All right, let's be honest here. I don't know how many of you guys are. We could generalize and say every mall. I'm talking about Ontario Mills because it's such a big mall. It's like an IE staple. Obviously, it's the whole reason why many people go to Ontario that don't live in the IE. This mall is huge, okay? And these restrooms are big as well. And they're like mildly clean, okay? They got the mall toilet paper, which is like one ply as well. But let's be honest, there's just so many different restrooms, so many different places, and there's just so much movement all the time that there's bound to be places that aren't really touched just because there's like restrooms by the food court or whatever, and there's restrooms that are like hidden in the back, and there's restrooms inside the stores as well. So this one's like a no-brainer for me. Like this is just easy. You just find a little stall in the corner in some random restroom that's like low traffic comparatively to everything else, dude. You're gonna have a good experience. I'm putting this A tier. All right, next, we're gonna kind of go bad again. Let's be honest here. We're gonna put Goodwill. Goodwills are a C tier. I'm sorry to everyone who loves Goodwills. I worked at Goodwill when I was 16 years old. My first job ever was at a Goodwill, and I had to clean those restrooms, dude. And it was just like, maybe it's because I was I wasn't in the best place for a Goodwill. It's not like those Beverly Hill Goodwills where like everything's beautiful. But in my experience, going to every single Goodwill I go to, there's always a code. You have to go ask. Half the time the restrooms are closed. They're saying that they're unfunctional, they don't work or whatever. And when they do work, it's like a regular public restroom, bro. There's graffiti everywhere. The toilet paper, you have to let it run a little bit before you actually get applied because you don't know what person's touched it and then like hasn't used it. They just touched it. So yeah, I don't know. I would avoid it if I could. It wouldn't be my first choice. If I had to go, I would go in there and just make the deed as quick as possible, dude. Put like 15 different toilet paper covers and hope for the best. All right, next one. We're gonna go pretty all right. We're gonna go Movie theaters. I'm gonna put movie theaters in the B tier, man. Honestly, I was gonna put it in the A tier, but I thought about the restroom at this specific theater. This is the West Covina Mall Edwards Theater, West Covina Edwards Theater, whatever. They just they remodeled it. It's like completely different. But I've been going to this theater since I was like 5 years old, bro. I used to live really close to this theater specifically, and like I don't even know what to say about this, man. It's like the urinals are all next to each other, no stalls in between them, so you could. I mean, dude, you got to stay straight focused, or else you're gonna be seeing some dong. But if we're talking straight poop, it's just like a line of stalls, and they're all right. They're not bad. Um, and movie theaters in general aren't bad, especially when everyone's watching a movie. They're mostly empty unless you're going at a very popular time. Then it gets a little bit more hectic. But I'm gonna say B tier, man. If I would put it higher if it wasn't for the fact that there's like almost no privacy. Like you don't get a private restroom, obviously. The restrooms are huge and they're meant for just quickness and you get out of there. But I do enjoy the fact that for the most part it's a quiet experience. Everybody's at the theater anyways, so no one's gonna really be using that. Okay. We're gonna go. Let's do another good one. S tier. This is an S tier restroom pool, man. If you need to go poop, dude, you gotta go to the Target. This picture is the Target in Pasadena, dude. These restrooms, I mean, they're not amazing, but they've saved me so many times, bro. I swear, Pasadena, nobody has restrooms. Nobody wants to give you a restroom pass. People look at you weird if you're asking for a restroom code or if there's even restrooms in the store. Dude, Target has never let me down, bro. It's always been there. And beyond Pasadena, if I've been on road trips, dude, if I need to go take like a massive like crap or whatever, dude, I'm searching up Target on Google Maps and I'm looking for a Target, bro. These Targets are they're S tier, you know, they're clean for the most part. You know, obviously if you go more west, if you go more LA area, they get a little bit dirtier. But if you're hitting in a road trip, dude, Targets are clean, bro. They're clean. They aren't really ever used. They're small on purpose, so there's not a bunch of people at once. It's just great. I'm putting Target at S tier. Amazing. If you ever need to use a restroom, go to Target. Okay, next up, let's go back down. Let's humble myself, okay? Little Tokyo, I'm so sorry. You're going D tier. Okay? I mean, I love Little Tokyo. I've been there countless times, like countless times, but dude, nobody's got a restroom. Nobody. You know the one place that does have a restroom? Starbucks. You know who else knows that? Everybody. So there's a huge line all the time. It's never that clean at the Little Tokyo area specifically. It's never that clean. The only other place where you could go get a restroom, sorry, I'm getting a message here. Place that doesn't have a restroom or does have a restroom is Dave's Hot Chicken. And I mean, you're gonna have to buy something from Dave's Hot. The only reason they have a restroom is because Dave's Hot Chicken it's like a poop activator, bro. You eat one piece of their chicken, you need to go there. So I would avoid that whole restaurant in general. But yeah, Little Tokyo is just straight D tier, bro. I would go there with like 15 Pepto Bismols and already flushing yourself out beforehand so you could have a good experience, okay? Because if not, you're gonna be struggling, dude. There's no restrooms there, and the one restroom that is there is packed all the time. Okay, let's go to C tier here. All right, Laguna Beach or any beach. C tier. I mean, it's a beach restroom. It's sand. You know what you're getting into. You know, it's sandy. It's a little nasty, but they're there, and I'm grateful that they're there. So, actually, I might put a B tier. You know what you're getting into. You know what you're getting into going into these type of situations. You're at the beach, but the fact that they have restrooms, it's not bad. It's not bad, especially if you go to a nicer beach. Their restrooms are, they're not horrible. I'm gonna put the B tier based on the context in which we're actually doing it. Okay, two left. I gotta see what I put. I don't even remember. Oh, okay, dude. We're gonna go another goated one. We're gonna go A tier for the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles, or any museum to be exact. Any museum that you go to, dude, their restrooms are clean, bro. Okay, first of all, there's a barrier of entry. You gotta pay the ticket to go into the museum. And these tickets, unless it's like the Broad or the MOCA, these tickets are like what, $20 to $30 each. Okay, unless you got that Groupon, bro. Shout out Groupon. Actually, no, don't shout out them unless they sponsor me. But museums are clean, bro. There's a barrier of entry. So when you go there, you're already expecting luxury. Okay, if you need to go take a crap, dude, and you're already in a museum, you know you're gonna go in that museum and it's gonna be clean. There's gonna be a mirror. That mirror is not gonna have graffiti on it, bro. You're gonna go in that stall. That stall's gonna be clean, dude. No graffiti, no tags or anything. Not saying that is bad. Just saying that, dude, there's a barrier of entry. So if you need to take a crap, take it there, bro. I'm putting that A tier. That place is just amazing. I wouldn't even. You know what? No, we're putting it A tier. I mean, the only downfall is that there is a barrier of entry. You can't just go to a museum and be like, yo, can I use the restroom? You're gonna have to be a customer. So, yeah, A tier. The only reason why it's not S tier is because you have to pay to get in there. And last but not least, Arco. Arco or gas stations. Where am I gonna put this? Dude, I'm putting this in D tier. I know I might be a hater of this video, but I've never had a good experience using a gas station restroom, bro. Okay? And let's be honest here. If it's a gas station restroom, you know it's late at night or it's really early in the morning, because that means Target isn't open. So you're just gonna use any restroom. You just don't even care no more. You're just using a restroom. Okay? You go into one of these. This picture is of the Arco in Yucaipa, California. If you ever been to this Arco in Yucaipa, California, bro, you know it's pain. You know this restroom is pain. You know this restroom is horrible. Okay? But in general, the gas station is your last option. It's the last thing you want to use. Okay? It's the last thing you want to use. You go in there, you know that there's not going to be toilet paper. You know that you're going to be using the toilet seat covers as your toilet paper. You know that the toilet seat, like the seat, is covered in graffiti. You're sitting on gang signs. You're sitting on people tagging their names. You're sitting on a male name. You know the faucet doesn't work, and you know that they don't even have mirrors. They took it off because it was just scratched on way too much. And that little soap dispenser thing with the pink soap, bro, that ain't working, bro. Okay? This is the absolute worst place to go use a restroom. It's just, yeah, gas station restrooms are just straight D tier. And yeah, that's my video for today. If you guys have any experiences using the restroom in places that you knew were like S tier, like amazing, like you would always 100% go there, or places that you would never go to ever again, let me know in the comments. I might make a part 2 because there's a lot of places. I cooked this up in like 10 minutes, just thinking off the top of my head what places were good and bad. And yeah, tune in for the next video in 10 billion years.